Many kids look forward to going to school. They may not always enjoy every single moment of the school day, but they do like spending time with their friends at school and learning new things. This was no different for Destiny. Destiny loved going to school, especially kindergarten through first grade. However, starting her second grade year, she started exhibiting signs of school refusal. Destiny's mom watched in horror as her daughter started to throw temper tantrums over going to school or complain of symptoms such as headaches, stomach aches, or chest pains. At first, Destiny would not say why she did not like going to school any longer, but eventually she found out that Destiny was experiencing trouble with writing. It took her significantly more time to write and organize her thoughts than her peers. Destiny's mother knew that she had a diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder, but they had successfully overcome some of the social difficulties with speech and ABA therapy, as well as peer groups. Destiny had really began to fly, and she had her own network of friends. But now this school refusal is very real and can manifest as new problem behaviors as well as very real physical symptoms. Many times, the cause of the surfacing school refusal is difficulty with meeting the academic demands being placed upon them. Writing is an area widely reported as causing stress across numerous environments, including school, community, and in the home. This is the introduction video for the series on using technology to support students with autism spectrum disorders and or intellectual disabilities in the writing process. We are exploring digital platforms for the purpose of writing because it is such an important content area that pervades all subject areas and is required for post-school success. With the correct tools, our children and students will gain access to different modalities which support the acquisition of writing skills through different readily available platforms. That being said, educators who teach students with disabilities often utilize applied behavior analysis to focus on socially important behaviors and utilize research based strategies to improve target behaviors. This is done by using scientific methods to demonstrate reliable relationships between their interventions and the behavioral improvements. One example of evidence based practices is response prompting procedures used to teach students with moderate to severe disabilities, including intellectual disabilities and autism spectrum disorders, a wide variety of social communication and academic behaviors. Response prompting procedures and their critical components are actually listed in the CEC's recommended practices for early childhood and early interventions document. This document recommended practices designed to assist practitioners in making informed research based decisions. It is a very useful document. Now, why am I going into such detail about the research surrounding applied behavior analysis, technology, and writing? It's because researchers have demonstrated that learning occurs from organizing opportunities for the student to respond and then providing them with immediate reinforcers. Practitioners systematically structure these learning opportunities by manipulating their environment, including what occurs directly before the behavior and the following event. In this way, systematic teaching occurs, as teaching is defined as arranging the social, temporal, or physical environment to support acquisition of new behaviors. In 2010, the Common Core Standard Initiative implemented nationwide education standards for kindergarten through 12th grade in language arts and math. Core initiatives provided school districts detailed guidelines of knowledge and abilities students should possess upon completing each grade. Per these guidelines, young children commonly focus on pre-academic skills such as language arts, writing, and mathematics standards. Writing competency enables individuals to meet their daily life demands. Students identified with a disability can have difficulty in writing because it requires proficient motor skills that involve integrating and coordinating multiple muscular systems and abilities. The good news is that a great number of research investigations have taught various forms of writing using intervention packages in combination with response prompting strategies. Therefore, the purpose of the videos in this series is to explore technology and the use of response prompting strategies as potential intervention packages that can be utilized in the home with families and in the classrooms to support the writing process. Research has demonstrated that the use of technology can improve the quality and quantity of student writing products after they receive instruction in writing. Specifically, Graham and Perrin published findings in their descriptive analysis of 25 years of research publications examining the effectiveness of technology to support the compositional writing of students with learning and academic disabilities. According to their findings, the use of technology to support instruction in writing is principal in the digital age. The authors state that the use of technology is a key evidence based method for supporting struggling writers. The key phases of writing identified as being supported by technology were planning, transcribing, and revising. Specifically, Graham and Perham explain that learners who struggle in these identified areas but utilize technology are emancipated in thoughts of mechanics, which in turn frees up space for the expression of ideas and creativity. Additionally, technology supported writing benefits teachers in that students can use these mediums to grasp the understanding of mechanics, organization, and spelling that they are including in their lessons. Specific deficit areas have been found in the literature that may inhibit a student's ability to write effectively. First, students with an identified autism spectrum disorder often experience difficulty with fine motor skills and visual motor speed, and this can impact their handwriting and word processing abilities. In fact, the handwriting of these students has been found to be of a lower quality in terms of letter formation than their typically developing peers. Deficits in handwriting can be problematic for two main reasons. First, students who have difficulty with handwriting tend to produce briefer pieces of writing so that they do not have to endure the physical motor struggles of writing. Secondly, the neatness of a written product tends to impact the grade a teacher assigns to that work sample. Specifically, illegible papers tend to receive lower scores than those of equal quality but were written more neatly. Although much of the research cited in this introductory video refers to students with an identified autism spectrum disorder, there is often overlap and or comorbidity with students identified with intellectual disabilities as well. If you are interested in this, please stay tuned for future videos in this series as Destiny explores different digital platforms to assist her with her writing. Finally, please recommend this series to families or friends who may benefit from this information as well. Thank you for your time in watching our exploration of technology.